Microcredit, Verma Plus Company Limited, Domod Roof Limited, Esther K Trading Enterprise, Tuman Enterprise, 233 Nutrition Metalife Capsules, and of John K Services, also powered by Big Production. Alhaji Razak Masere Ajineja, Okoya, sorry, first one. DJ Lopez, technician on duty. Over to me if you're live on Facebook. Now, for the comment and no message, they are making come out. I'm just one your man from the boss player. Baby, I would tear me Phoebe. Very great afternoon going out to you. Reverend Douglas Atta, the Oracle of the Land. Many greetings going out to you. God bless you. And may God continue to shower his blessings on you. I won't so do a feed there to begin. Out here, Ghana, Cosa. I can't just say the many are home, you know. Maybe I'm a Kasa. And now, my phantom said Jehovah Witness. And you're knowing one more Magia Subo. And I say one more Subo to making kind Babu or Matias. Wabekcho said, one no, who could say one Kwajimuja, one Jimuja. Then soon, almost food supplement to be a and run a woman. Ni pedani hearing in our syndrome. And it's a make for 233 a year nutrition on lock nature with Metalife capsules. You see, it builds your immune system. It also regulates your blood cholesterol. It also makes sure that it regulates your blood pressure. Into where they are to no sooner a day, yes, men didn't check. Yes, who did the kid to every man, dear secret, and many idea. So, what fast I will supplement in a woman. They take his hand into order. No more be a salute. I make come for the amount. Nobody come on. Doctor Daba or nobody to be a church or Mudenti or what's it? I can't be not the Mebusha for the can't be not the Mebusha for you. That will be friend. Come say, Doctor the Crabba, make a church or don't for Bimra Big FM. One box. Well, who come baby when you be no double how big you be at. This is how baby no when you be about Big FM. Yeah, the Bible mount. You be at. And you better come on. So you be consider be na for to me akwa twetwe enkomo na for we a na me me guess so to me edin komo na me doctor wono na ye kofarba edema the 233 nutrition Metalife. Good afternoon, doc.
Good afternoon.
Na pom to say. Great. Boko. Say Metalife capsules. Metalife capsules.
Yes.
Na 233 no yeden. Division B na.
Into the concept 233 no one say plus 233 represents Ghana.
Okay.
Into in your concept no of plus 233 your code no international code.
Wow.
It's a sound plus fuel and I 233 into Ghana nutrition.
Wow.
Into 233 nutrition.
Wow. Wow. Now tell us more about sir. Because the news of mama me feel the impact, no.
Wow.
Yes, because yeah, so say need to me, but at least you know to say we are stable.
Yes, stable.
It will be a OTM for the first time, maybe a fade what thing once no. Be them dear dancing baby, Rebecca say, maybe I may no be to me, can once. Aha, but now you go far by. You can supplement because this one looks different.
Different, you can Metal Life capsules are a natural supplement. Yeah, they are market anymore. Yeah, then in natural, yeah, I have buying different, yeah, they are can boom, and I yeah, Metal Life capsules. Now, Bibi to say turmeric, it will buying. Yeah, processing of a fidium as standard apples. Onoma, the first thing I'll be on is detoxification. A yifi, a finipiduanimu.
Tina Fay did not
Milk
Now, I use 2 channels. Either say, who could be so, who could free, but in your pegativa. Onoma na account yen gidi
yeah. About your free flow, free flow.
It's an early morning if bowels no free on struggle say obeko. Na say o konso a unse o ye fine. And I say obi wa ojonso more. Onso ye we a odi fin ni pedua. Nti da say ojonso and I say
uja online. Yeah.
Na say ultimate jasa na we free sa sisi a body ni ye free. Na second principle ne say a share body na some power be money regenerating ho. Nti say yare bi wo mu a efi ni kono esi a body na ye free. Obonze u sugar estate balance. Obonze u cholesterol estate improve. And a cholesterol ni BP so the IT say twins. Say cholesterol BP so to make cholesterol. And once the ocean was science watching be omo penam we pa yare mienu tayo omo pa. Nzo you be at see me a otare na more. And fan say ope enam chicken meat otare pa. Once tete no na ye di nam once every occasion. Christmas. Good. But it's at the end, I say, thank God it's Friday.
That's right.
Now,
and the pork will be
into TM, we will be a uta penam rea. Yarea obey me, enya a cholesterol, high cholesterol. Science so trained. Oh, once it's as a unya Metal Life, no. It's all renam in moderation. Now, Metal Life, no, so ye cholesterol, no way. There's a link between cholesterol so any stroke. Nti once the cholesterol dey serious so I have to say pipe or block pipe no once be pipe na se see a insuring into me by the pressure
mamoja no to me
display mamoja no to me display it is a moja no in display oxygen inflammation to me nko ni pedue ni mu and science so train say o deprive wakuma of oxygen obenya akuma yare say oxygen to me nko wa adwem obenya stroke o ye ben man so na oxygen nko oben mayomu yen so abon say kakra no pamon early morning erections no huni ye and no Metal Life no working on cholesterol working on gout uric acid into be an joint everywhere no won say na utus everywhere kakra na untinin like on feel good moja no so ndie frusane numbness na on feel free but na man here more even interesting so say when say fini pedua ni mu wi a sisi a bibi wo ye mu ye friend melatonin hormone bi a ema ye da nti uyo bi nso untumenda no Metal Life capsules stimulate sa hormone no nti after had this work
edro we ni dey say bibia wo
oh me say after hard this work na wa bre okoda ho na onda e de yare for de ba e de pressure to system ne so nti no Metal Life capsules no the first thing so another aside detoxification and they will be hu ni say oda deep even say 3 hours and now 4 hours are all that crass 4 hours na very deep into sorry ya no na yo ahonde fufuru bi aba ni pedua ni mu nti ahonde ne ba mu sa na e de ahon kan bi ba mu o health e fine one me shows on me ya adwen say on that year now sorry oh yeah style be
I said you don't feel okay
you don't feel okay and don't feel okay no Metal Life capsules are no ebeboa na o your ba na
obi say say onu medro bia o de ka ho anya hwe
good
say ebi onu medro bi o de dro so na onu ma anya hwe
me pa jo anya o hwe we a natural supplement intinia obe ne say yemfa ne so onum BP na o BP
96.7 FM
so and I say o edro bi so we no antioxidants means no at least you space no like 2 hours minimum.
So we
draw anu atwen
2 hours
2 hours no anum we.
All right.
And answer we nzo opa obetima decide say obenum no anajo nko a.
Okay.
Depending on how maximum should be 2 cup 2 no
in the evening.
In the evening.
And I say in
once.
the morning.
Into to me they can't we draw ho. I no cry a fine. Imagine say oh BP draw cry now we yi fi no. Fi ni pedue ni mu boa o empower o ama honde abem na mbema yo de bonus man both mbema ne mba. One of the ingredients friend phenogreek ahaban ni I say seeds ya de aka ho aye no say sa science so train say phenogreek no balance emba hormones na o
96.7 FM.
It may boa we feature wa ultiminya cramps and so another thing friend turmeric ewum nti ono nso boa cramps ya obi a ewo system no inflammations ewo system nti onom no na esiesio ye ofoforo de ahonden foforo ba nipedua nimu na nipedua na aye fine nti libido ne de both men ne mba ene mom libido ono e bonus on the mentanka ho ansem because e bonus the focus ne more of say yi efi na empower liver no kidney no system ni nyina na reset kama na manipedua no aye free nti eja me utie me discuss
eti efa no benye bi ato ene bia so bi person ne wan kasa so din komo se ebi onma no asende aba we no no ma utumi twa bi ebi onma na bi ato a west person ko twa bi ne ebi on ebi o mema ne de so mo de no mo a o meti
normal eti oze se utie me a eba no western region ha yenya one of the biggest wholesalers waso yemu a friend Dosford Pharmaceuticals na baby awo bi a opi aton ananse opese ontobe no ono meja ma Dosford ono kasa wa ha CEO na kasa wa ha Dosford
all right
na waka ho na mayen
all right chief
yes sir into netiane say edro no oba western of any central region distributor near Bakope and near Dosford Pharmaceutical Limited.
Okay.
Dosford nso ya mencha de watakra de heya Lagos town non-Christian school ni adjacent our ben lawyer beka ni fi ho no me gidi say obi a watakra de bia de lawyer beka ni fi ho de obi a nim especially Lagos town na wholesale no wo into no pharmacy say watakra de ni na bit say bu akwa pharmacy
96.7 FM
Medras pharmacy Benyak any other pharmacies are akani na ukwa naja jo pizo ni na de ni na e wo bia omoton
all right
ntine no ete se wo pedodo atu a eno je se oba Dosford na Dosford nso ya mencha de ono so de ni retailer ba nti ono so wo pe mako eno so ayedu kwan no so aside se obenye bu pharmacy se medin kan abobo no ayedu kwan no so J Chris school junction no so na new pharmacy a we bia nyame adoma china krampo ye be health screening wo e dia ma community no eno so open mako benya bi wo nti takrade
the Joe Chris there's a mo ben na na abrefo ma men store
ni opposite
na so mo asori dan ase
new shop na
all right
hona the retail no aye gusu a nyame adoma china ye be health screening na ma community ni na ye di bia no retail nti mo am central region
96.7 FM why KASA
Okobusi pharmacy Asden pharmacy Cape Coast pharmacy Honsa Mosme just say obia pharmacy bia ho Cape Coast de obia wo ndro ni bi wo mo shop nti
kwa benye bia
nti mo am central region mo pe bia to ni na makoma ni na no okọ ha obenya
say shemu 40
capsules yeah nti na just say te say na doctor e chemu no just say ede no obenu mienu nti no megidi say mo amopo bi ato otu akoton kogu mu shop de eno distributor na ba akopɛ ɛwɔ region miensa na medin kan abobo no western central and western of eno just all contacted Dosford Pharmaceutical send ya be ya obenya bi ato
nti ba to beto obo na wabo numbers ne so amam na fe odi ato dwa say there obi pe bi ato a obetumi etumrika omo special omo bezo omutu no enda kam no obetumi afre
meda say nti no So open say utu bi ton a number obe friend here 054
054
1111.
1111.
That is 1 year 4.
Yes.
Indeed.
1111.
96.7
204.
FM.
054
054
11
11
11
11
204.
204. All right. And he said that number no me Mrs. Subi or say wa person who tudu nakem no obetumi afre 0541 111 204. Mrs. Subi 054 11 11 204. And the last one is 054 11 11 204. Ofra baby a ubiano. We won't have one mom the better baby will be a mom the bebro. Nafi where to me so distribute to the amount client and as customers are one baby to me a baby say now open say we turn makuma kwebia we nebusiano eye dia obobo pharmacies ahodo akwa obenye bi ebu akwa med drug pharmacy named dear ena dem bi odin ka no chanek no me ade ukon ma jopizo no me ade
pharmacy
obo di na say omo ye say che we say irrespective of baby awu bia no the nearest drugstore and I say pharmacy abehu no betumi akọ and especially most of the help and their action abesho ntino odo kwa so pe 233 for nutrition no to ebi a omato a wo mu use nro no ani ade na fe obi a wetia ono so be so to anamo na okutobi
nti nana meda wase me catch it for say and train say obey yare and sana one no metal life capsules even say hwenya okra these days eduane die and all that nature dan koye sa asa we eduane die enkoye sa no yeah metal life capsule can ononso bit me because unya say obey yare and sana one a supplement na say onum alcohol so me answer question nti aha say onum alcohol when say mesrel say bibia embroso bone
too much of everything is bad
nti say utwe bi once a while no at least I will say unya bibia back o kakra nti o teso no na maybe unya natural supplement bia anoso yi eniama enni system like a punish system no efi ni pedua ni mu nti even say onum akompo a obetimi ano metal life capsule enene enko ba no metal life no be boa o system no na a flash eniama efim
all the toxic waste
no na efim na aboa nti na ye 230 nutrition you have one principle we believe say your food is your first medicine na supplements no enhance na bibia esimu ye nti maba high dia umudo nti obi a utie me utie we are show ya decide say ye be free consultation say ukoto pharmacy a ka say utie big FM and because of that nti na ma decide say obi a obe free bia menje ne one cedis say yare bia ye be chiro induane a ubedi aka metal life capsule
we free consultation or dem you
no ama na happen
all right
say this say be yes free and charge one cedi
all right me need some more questions on betumi bisa mami activate phone lines for just 5 minutes for people to ask some questions but you want question bia obetumi afre no abem na omotumi ayiwa no bia na wo nsem bia pese obisa before ansana omotumi asori na yemfa edwumadi ento aso 0241 991216 0508 999900 ntie bia na wo nsem bia pese obisa uko drugstores akese ne nketu ma ya de obenya metal life capsules bi ato ya de yen ya nom bi no we can attest to it say a eboa any adie say etumi stimulate the first day no bon say uko ejanan a utu say unya the free flow you don't struggle and sana what to me ejanan like say bia gbakwa just say what transfer na emba but because of sa time edron benya way or system no and no be to me aye bia wo pressure kwa na it even controls and make sure say e be regularizing no kama e ma bia to me aye bibi e be ma so na ebusuan ni na mani age ho ti say da na no de to dwa no say wo eye asembise bia pese obisa na the numbers to call mame emfa eye caller we na Yenti the question opese odeba. Hello.
Oh, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. But you didn't be afraid.
From Kwame Coffee secondly.
But you want me to come?
I am to hear you meet now, you fishing, sir.
What we meet in the fishing and on car say jayo.
96.7
Fishing with your meeting come fishing with
Chicken and a fishing quan a chicken quan.
Mempe.
But fishing quan are we? Say be a was you so be or swana.
David, from Womina.
But you 2% say fish now win a bit to me am a problem yana. Okay. But why?
Okay. Nti me say me can cholesterol 117 na obi say me can say on way na be bra.
Yeah, but not the same from infancy no. Fishing one way.
Okay. Pacho so we fish also a protein. Nti okay. But one say bibia oye ne ebro so a edane obone. Ena me can be say e ba ni cholesterol aside say unipeduane produce bi no. Ni enya cholesterol efi mbo eduane pe. Yenye mfi plan habenduane. That is the first principle. Inti body ni produce bi ansana udi emboa eduane too much ono so ebe ka ho na aye bebre but bibia plants cholesterol ba ko creanim. Inti say o cholesterol ka that is the first principle of recovery.
Okay.
Say obest start say alemete embo eduane.
Okay.
Say fish here fine. Say udi fish problem ni ho. Udi meat kra na ope onam ne kra problem ni ho. But problem ne say too much. Bibia oye ni too much edane obone. Nti ye one of the things bibia platform bia menya meka wasem more ye moderation. Like we no moderation.
You control it. Yeah. Kakranga no.
Kakranga.
Memfam.
Oh, it's a name funny say well once a month unya pork ni nyama problem ni ho.
Maybe say na mo you be a said na okay unim say wo. Once you have that more sugar intake in your system no you know say e ko kenya nema man sorry. Enti na no say no e be a doctor entry say enom e be a nema sugar wo ni ade. Enti wo na also hu say be a ene one ma at least twatum be 4 or 5 months then you take one. But the only yem triemu that those kind of things and no the cocoa trigger some of these things. But we are happy that now we have that Metal Life capsules. At least it can sustain the name. So well when you discipline no at least doctor some okay no we tell you with Metal Life capsules no far na a sustain no said the bear untumin jai no kra no at least take na for we so na intumin boa na onipedua no so nya problem e come pa and doc you better papa say o to be abecheche mo na brina na wabana so that because yeah the two question maya and is Google
it is I'm friend na mana those for the two Joanna or the friend na doctor be mo me number
all right
now I'm friend me or the ka say big FM me ma free omonya boldin na me ma free consultation me nje wan say
course never be say there's almost studio ntino you know mu wi na fe ma fro na mo no mo to me edin komo nti doc you better boss say most by nti number no obetu abogbo miamia horo mbenya no ebiato na fe odo number na kan na fe asori so
yo me da se bi nti no ni edin kan kan ni say so open dodo atu akoton a eno obefre 054 11 204
great
that is bulk purchases you know why no obefre sa number no 054 11 204 and your dose for pharmaceutical the number and open mako so and no pharmacies na e water crowd na no benya bi
okay
me din kan bobo bi ebu akwa pharmacy bi o Chanik pharmacy o Medras pharmacy o ko benya ka obenya bi nimdie pharmacy ni nyina ne ada pharmacy se o anaje na de ni na bi o intino obi open mako ono angasa oni abusuani na mo ato no manum no eno so mo fredos forda eno so ade beba
all right
na obi a to me
all right here I say Neville muni abedin komo thank you so much have a great day Sorry, some kind of so one of your mirror. Made it tell me, Baba, Baba, be one more, what I didn't know. When you want to go, Mega also, no need. The tea, the beginning, Alright, so you are listening to Big FM 96.7 Fridays here. Yeah, quite weekend, I mean, no. I never quite bring to me, Mama Becon, Mama Mania, where not yet to be a garden, no crack. I see I cried over be hotel, be so bata, a garden, no hunting. Oh, Charlie, I out to crying. Alaji, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Say, walk a breeder.
I bring me call that.
Hey, Alaji. And then next week, you are now Kobe. Oh, you love the place. Alaji. Oh, but just say, oh, for the porn crowd, never fake. Come up, nice experience.
As my area, one of my margins, say, me,
insurance, you know,
free weekends, you have a 7 to travel.
They be obisod, the Bako, they be on the nano, the Bako do. They be on the nano. You do, you're not my head, Robert 1,000 times. Say, Robert, say, oh, you're going to I bet you, oh, but they say it's a nice place. It's a nice place.
Yeah.
I had there so far, we are Massa McCoy. Ankara Forest was
Ankara Forest.
And KASA said that we didn't know who be ground KASA said them. They say for forest be a war had baby. Nice place. Also, one of the biggest forests in Ghana.
Okay. But baby ba kunso amania brepa ye disc golf area mu ho. Disc golf. Because the way you see can was
baby papa the idea that obi send me video bi so kwa cobra okay obi also ko hoda okay say what Cobra bridge no afa so da
bridge no afa so ma akwa ayi ato abo
da mo ye we no sa bridge no chale ase nyina wu
bridge ne de udru a eya naka ni utika ni mkra na su ne ba ote utimu se vibrate wo
bridge na da ho no alaji
yeah
ase sa pillars ne
sisi ho no
eti bisa se ebu a 96 amafo efi ho for Cote d'Ivoire no obede aba
ebe den na hanfo nso omoko no ena nso ni nso anka betumi aye bibi kakra na eno kodura nso na da ni tin
se gala no gala de tu omutu
enso na ho na etinti eno nso ntumi nya panto bia ebe ka se di si ho na KASA kese no nze KASA kese de bebre na ne free aha be se Cote d'Ivoire bi nso heavy truck no nti no
me de sa da bridge ni bebu no eno anu no because it will take
a serious issue pa
sa bridge o me anya no
na che ankobra
enti se de kokwasa be se bibi na choko de keku na hwe KASA nam so de kode ba we making I was an engineers by now almost 5 jino ho hwe se de o metumi aye replacement
omo
anka we odi bobroni a anka we se no beja wo
yeah
na ko ye foforo won chen
96.7
boss Iran ne US for ntokwa US for say Iran breach times base win 5 almost 2 weeks as an replacement
that's all the ammunitions are there already
I
don't be scout baby yeah be all the clip be Sunday I said that in say cartoons and your mouse can first your mouse e be 5,000 say G5 business 5,000 no chief of staff for ni deal also president nyebi also deputy chief of staff MP no wo area also nyebi ansana o we MC no enti akwade wie no o his Canada ho din o say ana o his Canada so no de kwa kwase adwuma ho na radio
I'm rather me service no me service for information service department one of the assemblies no
okay
during COVID time no information ministry HSC can be the boss omonfa enye sensitization
no be this kind
sika free national no obi anim se sika say na free national no ebedru regional so ate
obi
every region bedru district level so ate after from district level directors now mo dey da no emesi commentators no ayeka hey I'm saying say pa na dey tell mo emu say dey chechro man ye twa sika to wa say dey ba be ya dey no sika no 5 million be ba bedru from na ka 50 cedis
abro nko a
obi adi
Ghana
nkebe na say the name tamakule court of appeal is onko
oh you can say sa asem a wakopeja bai alaji NDC for twa sabi to ho na omo anya sadwe ebema NDC amako no be lose 2028 election
ade niema bebre
oba na so be ka kire amanfo say ye ba say ba be fight and see the dangerous thing is say enkrofo mo ba na o ma line o ma say ka cases what no so mo continue nyina no the fact that law prosecute no wipe the nyina free
ayi na yi o mo nyina free o
na obisa no ma choose abanda da no oh na otanti o ma nya hwemu ni ye na wo ye de say no na wa ma chema to be 20 years na say we lose 2028 oka no bia ka jo say no mo nam he no maba yo ka chem say o mo nam he no maba na mo nam he na mo bai
asem we me kan say 2016 sa na omo de polafoko ni kwabna Japan issue no MPP party na say when omo de yo mo national chairman omo general secretary when omo de yo mo ena nanado koyi Peter McMahon somewhere the campaign advisor NDC for the nam ho sa John Mama ye ewi ase na nanado ni MPP for the adomo unprecedented areho kwan so more poto na ene sasana bi na NDC amanjoko na sanso ayeden bottle ho no omo bottle wo say ye bo fom kwan no tro fe na mon kan hu say moto dabe no mo ba mon ko kai 2016 esi ye NDC for 2015 to 2016 esi ye mon fa nya sua de especially appointees no mo under this administration mu no da bia meka say minim say ye mo appointment na no mo start say ye mo serena ka mo no mpa medwen wa mentiase ye de sa anti Mary enso no ene mo no mo kura na odwen ho a wontiase hwe kwaya mo start a mo fa so ye niema troka campaign promises ahodo a modi gu akwan mu yamusa se besi nde ene dodo se na yatumi aka se mission accomplish women's development mark away big push yanko babia yenhwe mantamu ha big push no ekosen ya the 24-hour economy kroma nano and I better just saving crown no most of mo ye no kwadwo krom no kra nsase na kwa bibie ho forecast no se de enso tije so mo te so ba fom entu de samo betina se na mo ye se ya afrisa ne ma na ma se de owura Dominic anye ne obaye ena no mo ka se wo de wo ya attorney general wo ye ne ma troka ena no mo di ora na nanse ye hu se ora ni ye adwuma obaye ene ma wo di kan ye ayi miankasa mikrom ni former Kokobos CEO Dr. Stephen Opuni Dr. Kwabnado fomo modi sa play bag ni ne keka ho ebaye ene mo class afo ni na clearing agent ma clear mo kwotena ena mo start say ene MPP for nso a ye promises say ye ba be fight against corruption no omo so na ya start e de omo koyi they say Ghana obia ni mabruwa oya bruwa be ka say otifia wo mpie kra nim say krono a ye say dinam tamakure e de ball man ni
eti na me ka say first the Attorney General came in and discontinued all cases against former NDC appointees.
No.
Then he started new cases against against the NPP appointees. Then Sagna Tamakro was convicted, and now she's been acquitted and discharged. The same Attorney General is now saying he's going to appeal or to the appeal. What are we talking to us? Now, see, tomorrow, Chamawun to me will be released when the MPP comes into power, whether I like it or yes.
MPP ama power mpa say the same appeal I
now NDC DB no what you say. Omo na me no mbeba. And you see they forgot it. No they wa the cases had never no man never say NDC buy no. Omo to aso dis cases nyina no. Omo buy no. Omo pia sankofo ni nyina afiri omo nyina.
Including the governor of that Bank of Ghana no.
Ya kwalo ya hafiri dey. Collins
Dauda Saglemi housing
ekosi say
ya yi na fro
sabo ya no wo esie no se hwan and MPP America no ya press conference yenti
before a court of competent jurisdiction 5 good years. The prosecution's case was built on documentary evidence, forensic audit, and sworn testimony. The convicting judgment of her leadership, Justice Afia Sewa Asaribochi, which we challenge every journalist, all of you here, we challenge you to go and read the judgment. It is very meticulous, count by count dissection of fraud, fictitious disbursement, monies meant for struggling market women dissipated, Remember the Kantamanto market. This woman dissipated monies meant for them. And above all, serious breaches of our public procurement laws. No serious lawyer or no serious Ghanaian who has read the judgment can honestly describe the evidence as seen, describe the evidence as anything other than overwhelming. She did not stay to answer it. She fled the jurisdiction mid-trial and was convicted in absentia. A fugitive from the very justice system that has now embraced her and freed her. And yet, within 7 weeks of her forced return, the conviction has evaporated. We ask the questions every Ghanaian is asking. On what principle of law does a mountain of evidence become a mirage? Which findings of fact were perverse? Which directions on the law were wrong? The Ghanaian people are entitled to answers because justice under our constitution is administered in the name, and they can smell what this is. This was not an appeal succeeding on its merit. This was an overcome, procured, packaged, and well delivered. The MPP states without fear of contradiction, this acquittal was politically motivated, well orchestrated and planned, and its timing on the eve of legal vacation with public attention divided is no coincidence, and it's not an accident at all. And we hear the Attorney General says he's going to go before the Supreme Court on appeal. It is all part of the well choreographed plan. Commencement of trial was 30th January 2019. Charge sheet was filed at the High Court Criminal Division. In all, 78 counts were filed. In all, 78 counts were filed. Among these offenses were stealing, conspiracy to commit crime, willfully causing financial loss to the state, conspiracy, improper payment of public funds, unauthorized commitment resulting in financial obligations for government, breaches of our procurement law, on 24th, and this will blow your mind, Madam Sedinam Tamaklo advanced a loan to Obatampa Savings and Loans. It was a check, ADB check. The moment Obatampa Savings and Loans received this check, they asked of the interest. And this is even poor administration of Maslock. Why would Obatampa ask of an interest after the monies have already been advanced to them? And the interest was mentioned to be 4%. And they said, no, we cannot. Because we deal with farmers here, we deal with market women here, they cannot pay the 4%. And Madam Sedinam Tamaklo told the man to return the money. The man should cash the 500,000, cash, and bring it to Accra. The man obliged, cashed 500,000 Ghana cedis, met Madam Sedinam Tamaklo at Bachuna Total, packed the money in her car boot, and she departed. And she gave her a written consent that she has received the money. The monies were not lodged into Maslock accounts. Forensic audit revealed that the monies were never deposited in Maslock accounts. Yet we are being told that she did nothing wrong. Again, the board approved 1.6 million for her for sensitization and training program. She withdrew more than what the board approved. 1.816 million was withdrawn. Out of it, do you know how much she disbursed out of the 1.8 million? 1,300 Ghana cedis. The rest in her pocket. 1,300 Ghana cedis. Without compliance with the Public Procurement Act, she again signed a contract purchasing 350 vehicles. And it will surprise you. Let me go through it. I'll come back to the Cantonment to Fire. Now, in 2016, without PPA's approval, she signed a contract for the supply of 350 vehicles, comprising 150 Avio Saloon, 100 Chevy Sparklight, and 133-seater Isuzu buses. On the Avio Saloon, she purchased one vehicle for $18,883, though the market price was $12,000. The market price was $12,000. Yet she alone bought it for $18,000. On the Chevy Sparklight, she bought one for $16,500. Again, the market price was $9,100. On the Isuzu 33 bar-seater, she bought one for $112,000, $942. But the actual price was $74,493. In all, she pocketed $4.1 million, almost 50 million Ghana cedis. And the evidence is clear. These matters were investigated thoroughly. And yet we are being told that she should go home free with our money.
Big 96.7.
In fact, at the point when a certain Samsung phone was on the market, selling on the market for 100 Ghana cedis, normal young phones, she alone bought it for 400 Ghana cedis. 400 Ghana cedis. You recall the Cantonment to Fire, where 1.4 million Ghana cedis was meant for a market woman. This woman pocketed 600,000 Ghana cedis. 600,000 Ghana cedis. At a point she requested that she needed to seek medical attention. She never returned. 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, and she returned 26. And in less than 2 months, she's been freed. Ladies and gentlemen, again, unapproved payment of 273,000. These monies again went to her. She paid herself and her deputy 135,000 Ghana cedis, 82,000 Ghana cedis, 28,000 Ghana cedis as ex gratia, unapproved. she was meant to go through the judicial process fairly. She was never under any duress, and at the time, following her refusal to join the trial, on an application by the prosecution, the court on 24th, she left on 24th January 2023, ordered that her trial be held in absentia. She left in 2021. And the prosecution relaxed on their constitutional rule just because of fair trial. So 2021, she left. 22, she was not in the country. 23, that was when the prosecution put before the court an application for her to be tried in absentia. And again, to ensure that she was duly notified, the court further ordered that she be served by substitution in the following manner through her lawyers, Agbesi Japasu Esquire, her last known place of abode, publication in the national dailies and on the notice board of High Court for 21 days. After 21 days, she still failed to show up. Then trial proceeded in her absence accordingly. On 16th April 2024, judgment was delivered and she was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment. The trial judge in the judgment evaluated the evidence on record, including the cross-examination done by Sedinam Tamaklu's lawyers, her charge, and her caution statement. After the judgment, extradition request commenced under the 1931 extradition treaty with US. By July 2024, all the documentation from the AG's office had been completed and submitted to the US authorities. In August, US informed the AG's office that they had located her in the US. Her residential address was known and all her movement under surveillance. They placed her on the stop list. The US kept updating the AG until January 2025 when government changed. There was absolutely nothing left for government of Ghana to do. Every further step was left in the hands of the US government. Ladies and gentlemen, let me proceed by stating that it has become the modus operandi of this Attorney General. It was an agenda well conceived to free all their people, and I'm going to give you an account on that. Check this. The snake scandal. Is it not worrying that the High Court in Accra also acquitted and discharged the former Director General and Board Chairman and two others who were accused of causing financial loss to the state to the tune of 70 million, again by just a stroke of pen? The Attorney General entered nolle prosequi. And these are accused persons who were told to open their case. The court had ruled that you have a case to answer, so open your defense. Yet, the Attorney General, the current Attorney General, just went to court, entered nolle prosequi, and acquitted and discharged all of them. The Unibank scandal. Again, we are talking about a whooping 5.7 billion Ghana cedis. It included the founder, Dr. Kwabena Dufo, and many others. In fact, including even the current governor, Bank of Ghana. And again, the court had ruled that they have a case to answer. Yet, this Attorney General, because it is already a well-conceived agenda to free their people, again went to court with a stroke of a pen, entered noli prosequi, and freed all of them. We are talking about 5.7 billion Ghana cedis here. The Segleme scandal, Honorable Collins Downder and others. The monies involved, they were supposed to build affordable houses.
96.7 FM.
And the monies were squandered. And they were standing trial for $200 million, the monies involved. And yet, the court had ruled that they have a case to answer. They must open their defense. Just when Attorney General, that was possibly the first set of assignment he was given, he again went to court, entered noli prosequi, and the court acquitted and discharged them. Huge monies. Then the Cocoa Board scandal. Again, we were talking about 271 million Ghana cedis involved in this. And the Attorney General freed them. Attorney General freed them. These are all monies. These are all financial loss
KASA.
to the state. So we are not surprised that from day one, they had already conceived that we are going to free Madam Sedinam Tamakulu. And it is worrying how the Court of Appeal would say, and I have this here, I'll read it out to you. In one of the rationale behind the judgment, Court of Appeal is saying the charge sheet was defective. How can the charge sheet be defective? How? When they never raised this matter during trial, it never came up. Even so, Section 4061 of Act 30 is quite clear, and I'll read it to you. Subject to the provisions therein after contained, no findings, sentence, or order passed by a court of competent jurisdiction shall be reversed or altered on appeal or review on account of any error, omission, irregularity in the complaint, summons, warrant, charge, proclamation, order, judgment, or other proceedings before or during the trial. And this is quite clear. So you cannot base, even though it is true, assuming without admitting, yes, that there were some errors on the charge sheet which was never raised during trial. The judges at the High Court, at the Court of Appeal, did a great disservice to Ghanaians. Great disservice. We are talking about 90 million Ghana cedis, and we can just hinge her freedom on the fact that there were some technical errors or errors, even assuming without admitting. So if there were some problems with the charge sheet, it means the person should run away with 90 million, when indeed Section 406 is saying that, look, even if you have some errors or irregularities on the charge sheet, that cannot free. You cannot reverse a court of competent jurisdiction the decision based on errors or defects. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a wholesale amnesty for the politically connected, dressed up in prosecutorial discretion. But discretion under our law is not a private weapon. Under Article 296, it commands that it must be exercised fairly, candidly, and without, or it must not be done capriciously. What fairness, what candor is there in a prosecutorial policy whose only consistent principle is that the party card of an accused, Madame Tamaklu Ationu, stood convicted. So the front door of Noli Prosequi was shut. Yesterday, the back door was open for her.
All right, in terms of this, the MPP am I Henry Nana Boache, organizer of the party, and on this central for share, womu edin come on, and run the better. Maslog, I former Maslog CEO, Mamma said in Natama Gratune. Ensem na e ba be dun komo ayi ba be cheche kakra na yeti e be de ni koso na ma me fon kwa KASA plus microcredit o se bosia obehia anase wo peska bi e de aye edimanim ya adwumade bi a be se bosia fo ni kire mu KASA plus microcredit na koda wo momo bosia no ebi na yo school ni wo peska e de atwa ho ebi a de kutua office na unya baby a odu ti befa be se wo kɔ hɔ a wo metumi aboa so ye driver ni upeska e de aso sika so e de akɔgye car bi e bia upesika so usika de aso bibi so etumi e de aye 1 or 2 tize bia be so ye insurance and say roadworthy renewals no ne ade a ne se wo kɔ KASA plus microcredit wa wo metumi no atranse in 72 hours sika bia ohia bia no betumi e de amount wo hwe mo cha kwan mo beach road before plantation house and as Sahara bar and now be to me and home. Mommy adwuma from Monday to Friday. Ebrabo 8:30 to 5 p.m. And now obekwa to omo ewo ho. Wo mo number obe to me no mo din komo 031 22 99 447. KASA plus microcredit or see make it more possible. Na John K. So said the odimo no akofa electrical appliances apapa to me e de aba adwama so. Enti ukopie won na so ya wo rice cooker e wo ho or microwave or washing machine different brands ahodo or ceiling fan or standing fan or bed fan or the talwo ho na e twa no ho o bi ho afei ye wo tabletop television and also brand bi apia obenya bi ho ye deep freezer ye fridge and air condition obi an branda ope into kwa wa ni nyina obetumi anya bi e wo ye John K service wo mesrew ho de okwa appliances ne de edoso ntino unhu ne obeyi krampo nti mesrew fa woni chemu hodom na kototo ne manyina uto baabi na bia eho akade ne bia sei a mesrew no so kwa obenye bi e de replace e ho e bia na ope fan blade bia na ope bush ne bia na ope coil no anase bia deep freezer no bia se ho na ope bia besrew eno so ukwa obenye bi ato fridge ho ne manyina ukọ ye John K ho a obetumi enya obema 5 year warranty ne me bia obeto e wo honom no na afi hwene cha kwan e wo eye Senator Bro say we na bi heya no one no ene die nimhwe enenti obetumi afre ne number no e wo 0244 518159 0244 518159 Mr. Ofre no anopa awie adwumre ni nyina obetumi ajo so na Domod Roof Limited enso na hyase unity utia obi won no ambone dan no suye na enso no edwun bani dem enu timisew ebre nso beto no pese odada oda yi a enu an so obakoba papa no betu ba hihye odan no e de amount still papa e begu dan no so no e na be kire dan se be che anase nche se obetumi adem ebre nso to anase untumi dem ni nyina ejina so Domod Roof Limited na wo muntumi emehwe emfama omo ye free estimate omo nyiska obi o estimate obejiska nsa no kofa nema no so ba obejiska ba domo de no entisa omo delos alu zinc omo premium alu zinc and omo rust free pure aluminium ni nyina e wo hono ti no mo amusisi warehouse and of school adan sorry ene eye ankranko adan ni nyina no mesre fo ni chemu domo na omutumi emma wo ene omnema no ebi omo anaji St Francis o de kwa anaji choice mart no bread boutique omo ni ne die nimhwe obo so omo dan no kama fefe pa nisi wo a betumi ewrem jom telephone number na ono mu ni komo number na 0244 33 8003 0244 33 8003 and 0544 348 009. All right, yanko na fi Alhaji Razak enso so kakro tie no oma etiefo aso enti MPP ameko rom sire
boss we ai MPP amanyuko no nsem trofo nhia mu a eguso ekoso na ni nyina ni omo pa kire nyina ne se ohwe maame sedinam tamaklo yatu former Maslok boss and ensema abafa no ho na anya de samaduko no omani eje ho kra na owura nanabi ono ene national organizer edema MPP amanyuko no na kasa na nkasa mu no na ode atudwase ohwe tansa ye dia bo mami se eniema mami aye ede atia oman ya enam so ema ye de ne kopie mu okoto na de ne kopie mu okoto no okra koto senka okosa no ho ya de aba na mami ko ye wa mabio enam so ema koto no so ejina so edi mami na sema omohye se ye mfa no enkopie mu ewo afiase emfie ni du na eno na didi mu aban dada na etwa mu ko ye no eye na obetumi bia se omode maame no ebeba be pie mu ewo oman mu ha na America aban nso eboa pa ma NDC aban ba ye na chese bibia nso esi ya ewo se de maame eba bedru ye na ose amanyoko ne tenase na so mo hwede ekoso a enne ensema Ghana for ebusa nyina ne se entiwei yese eye court of appeal no enti ebetumi akasa na se Ghana for ebusa se entiwei eye appeal na ena osanso echiremu se MPP amanyuko ni de ene Ghana fo nim se atamu ya abayi anase nsema efri court of appeal ade abayi ya ade se ye beka se eye amanyosem a ye de amanyosem enso aforoforo mu a ye nim se enche na atemu afo ni bebre na enso ekoliver attorney general enso ejina ne nan so ka se omobehwe na omasan so appeal sansem wo Supreme Court no so honsem amanyuko yi ede etudwa na boso wie na ochre tansa hodo a ye de ebo no ade oson enwotwe na yesi stealing 78 counts ebi chrono conspiracy to commit crime and causing financial law to the state wabo mine ka enso tansa yitumi edebo mami na santansa ni mu na bi MPP amanyuko no echirimu se mami ekotam sika se odema oba tampa savings and loans for so monfa ni omuduma na interest na ewo ho enam so ma savings and loans yi ka so muntumi na mami esane se nanka mami be mo transfer sika yi ana so obedi check ne nanka yakọ transfer sika ne de agu Maslok account no mu no mami no ema oba tampa savings and loans mpanfo ehwie sika ne digu kabut e de be hia no wonkran a ono so ekọ okoje ye na eno achi na sanso beto dwase mami ka so okwa akoto cars Maslok okoto cars e de aba na cars ya mami so okwa akoto yi ebo no na okwa adwaman so ade wa na ebo di city na mami ni de bi ye den e kan ho eno achi emre bi atwam na mobile phones yi Samsung yi mami enso ka so mo okwa akoto mobile phones yi bi Maslok adwuma ko yi na eno so bo a na eda so mami ne ehwe e de bi kan ho na ohwe tansa ni bia mami ene ni deputy omanje approval enfom free empanfo ho omanje approval so enfom free finance ministry no ho esanso edi sika twitwiri die eka oman kasa katua ho a eno so ho nsem na eka ho bi na utie ensema na nabi ene MPP amanyuko no eka omochiremu se attorney general owura Dominic Kanye na kwan ya wafa so ne aban wei eye eniema ewo Ghana na so oman mu ha no bo se nya de se etwa yie kra na omode omususu na omunim se MPP asamanyuko no omunim se NDC amanyuko yi ene attorney general eye no mbetumi bia se NDC fo a emre bi atwam na yesusu se omo de omo ahye ne ma bone e wo oman ni mo abo oman ne kro no afọ oman na japade edi bi eye mfanto ho ye hwe owura kwabnado fo Unibank KC na empanfo bi a yesesene te ho nsem na omo ho bon mu eno achi owura Collins Delda yesesa Glemy Housing sika bi a eno nso efa amanfo nsase a na omo chem se sa tansa na ye de bo sa afoni na omo ye NDC amanyokuo ni ma no NDC ene Attorney General epe kwan bia na so mo fa kwan bia so se be ya asafo yi ye be mo afo mo ho adi abraoman ne so enya emfaso bia na se yesika kwakodi omo ho yi omo nsa entumi enkana boss omba wie ne na na sensem na eto aso no MPP amanyoku no echirimu se sedi nam tamakule ni nsem abai enyo omo wanwa na omo nim se hwebe da asem we hya ase pe na omonim se ba bia bekwa kodru ni ntinsem we enye nwanwa na Ghana for penchiremu wo sansem yi.
All right, Alaji, ya bada se papa ewo eye nsebo a odi a chechiremu na dia bo se na ye kan asem we asa na omode obo press conference ye hya ase e de betum na de bia me kan asem se enema ni bi wonum na ye ya aya ne ye nwi eye nchirima ensoso ho yes we fonsa no ahwo de enti uye say ya e don na bibiso obi say enti no se uye say na say e bia NDC free so na kenofuru ataba almost NDC omende
me kura ka me nkwa nka kenofuru atambomra pani ekoyi omra oba
say de you see well
oba na ho so
politicians ameko no nkasa see enti wa wo te na wo ye sad be say ade we will cause the NDC election. There be also fighting corruption. Now be a discard na ya o see hey. She line up amobaye o hodom.
Clamon force
Why?
clearing agents. Yeah, Clamon for.
Are they? Na Alaji binim you chrome had there. Yes, Papa be story the crowd, no, say MPB or Mosida Gomba.
Mosida.
No, MP side Mosida Gomba tradition over I'll marry you remark to minor.
Rashe.
What was that video?
What was that video? No.
What was that there now? Uwa Columbia so unya mewa Enubi na papa yakoka.
But so is ceremony around.
For North Southeast MP Yakubu Mohammed has apologized over his controversial remark to a school girl, saying it seemed that from the long-standing playful cultural relationship between the Musi and Dagoma ethnic groups and was never intended to cause offense.
And no. Wanya boni. Ntidi na also be patch.
No, Debbie, but only Sadia na me we kwada descend them lady be na me friend marry. Or UK. And I'm like, oh, Sadia na no mo kan you say do a nyan kenten so nkwala no so. What I say? And akwala no so to friend no offer. And no ka chen nkwala school for the say. Oja aba on the year no sisi ade year no. And akwala no so had the no John oh and
boss yamamre mu no me emosini ye ne da gomba fodi agro yamamre mu no onfomoi
so kwa cha akra na that
ma onfomi ai na me bra pan ni kwa akware na hu say yamamre mu so no say wo kwa akwa obi kwa akware
ene ye mbo
ya yamamre mu osifo ye no tafo isire
enti alaji enti sankaye mosi na omo ye program no kwa cha o ma they know say ade a omo ye used to that
bon so tie lead ni so si da gomba for yamamre
but they know ye say menye mosi ni wo nya chimni wo ya santini wo nya santini
mosi ni
yes it's infante for jomo yo mamamre ti asem o ka cha akora no
What's your name? Okay, you're very beautiful. When you grow up, I'll marry you. It's she's my wife.
So you see,
yes.
so what can say? Hey, the niaje
amamra kwan so
amamra ne
yene dago yene frafra yene frafra
amamra kwan do say wawale na
o kwa ya mamra mu a sa na tie nyese bia waware no be na me chese yene frafra for the dagomba for the agrobi metumi atena as mosini aka asem bi dia more serious metumi aka asem bi dia che frafra ni dagomba ni baby a wo na wa that tribe no muntumi nye dan enka sa asem no enti se ye de fa mamre kwan so dia ne pan kan yi boss wan ka bone enti se ye party no kan ya
so in a statement issued on Friday the 31st of July 2026 the lawmaker offered an unreserved and unqualified apology following public criticism of a viral video in which he described a pupil from the citizen school as beautiful and said he would marry her when she grows up during the school's visit to Parliament House last week. And then explaining the context of the remark, Mr. Muhammad said it arose from the historic relationship between the two ethnic groups.
Yes, seriously, all
right, so I wish to clarify that the comment was made in the context of the long-standing playful cultural relationship between the Mosi and Dagoma ethnic groups. As Mosi addressing members of the Dagoma community, my statement arose from the friendly and playful exchange that have historically characterized the relationship between that's a more idea but yeah then we also
but emfa ho na me oh David nyese we wo say amamra kwan so na especially Mosi sada gomba line Mosi mamefa Mosi de nyeza se bia me bra pan ni na ye wo na fi a wo kwa ware omu no da wo be kosa wo kwa akosoro oba na se ye kosoro oba no ye kodu na se ya wo akola foforo ho a ye tumi ya amamra kwan so ka se bia me pa ye de akola na mame
Debi ya de ma say onyi no wale na
yes onyi na ma ware na
ono na mo de ne man na akola na mo de man no jale sa ne ma we do
brother ye amamra o akola ni onyi na obetumi a decide better ya amamra
na ko ye sa cry de
ya amamra da ho from long standing history
but ale munyi sa do free o
o ntumi nyi free o ye need Dagomba
for wo bi fie akola na nge na oto na onye we
yes
wo se wo ba wale no
ya amamra serious o ya mamre da ho he ye mosifo ye ne Dagomba fo wa agra edi ye hia Dagomba fo a ye ka kire Dagomba fo so mo ye nko na Dagomba fo so aka kire so mo ye nko ene mamprisifo ye ne Dr. Alajima Mudu Bomiamo omo ye nana mo ye nkola ne ne keka ho ene especially look frafra ne dagati fo na especially be hu se mo senior na se frafra ne dagati fo hia na se ye kakasa bi na se wo be hu se ye die ho atem we ba zuga ne ne keka ho na wo nchen ya obekasa bi abo se ye ntokwa wo but eye leniency amamre bi ye den ka story rise ye den eda ho ntie no enye se bi a wa ye public figure eno mo ka ho asema
no but amam for him say un say oya kola menim say kola no so say bi o dango bani ana de
Mosi Dagomba nti metumi aba say e bi a honorable ye bosini ena akwala ne Dagomba ni na say akwala ne Dagomba akwala ne Mosi ena honorable ye Dagomba nti no agudi a ewo ho frimbre tin
but ye kan memu ne de o yesa ebi ye ma enya enkante menim how to like enya that reflection on them what I say obi odo no say na onya o ye me yire o
na boss akanfo no mo bibi a ye friend na siwa ware o ho
sakwa sasam no
siwa ware o ho musi ma ni bi
sa de kwa de book na na hu say enya aduma bi David Alagis book alidu and the goat and sa de no mo de bem na o ma ye siwa say ni one that did about come be sure this so about say obi awo de ba ko si na siwa David no say do cry there we amamre papa bay we the papa bay no
amamre
David Alaji we the fa say amamre papa ni we the papa dey say
but on say a long standing leniency adawa
say ye ma no omu ba no and me board my challenge this a cake
we me mama alima obedi adanse achro I large black market opa yem Fred Musa this is
there na me tiase say as akwala na onu oso na onu okos and because dey be me yeso sad de cry was bukum na na ewi
bi kra ombe kan isi abontin say ya obekom na akwala ne papa kra ka kire honorable so ngrumi no onyina wonfa that's it
na papa focus se mom so obi no
oh eyamamre
ana because you to say dey no tire na nye papa dey amamre akwara no guo
dey ambani ada ho free tete no yentumi meye dan emeyi mfiri ho yentumi meyi mfiri
say you just meet someone and say I will marry you who grow when you grow up I will marry you
yes na enye se bia o kan
ye na and what you say ne papa akwara ne papa enso pa obako hu honorable no na o man dey
amamre kwan so abusianfo na mienu betena sakwara papa no betumi decide say oh ene Razak ene me bai hwe kwan a obefa so wo pe bibia ene fa besen ye den ebra fie ya mebo mpaye na memfa ne nhyɛ wo nsa
say this one is our culture
culture te say si wa ware na wa kan for amamre mu na
oh yeah dey say ye fi one of the so bia wa na wo so ka
na bebre na ye boss
why and na no be
boga foyi
why
obi ti abrochire na ya ware ya ware abaya wa hada
na sawale da ya na kodu alaji sawale da ya kwai edem na mo fo ni bia ba we beni we o pe papa peni o pe
ya amamre ye den amamre boss amamre bebre na
o de be chichichi ya amamre
na ho
alaji akwa we kwa oni 9 years o oni 9 years na papa we be ise obe wale do na de be you are beautiful akwa no say ni aje onu say baba do
say
in fact what's your name okay you're very beautiful when you grow up I'll marry you it's she's my wife she in fact what's your name okay you're very beautiful when you grow up I'll marry you it's she's my wife she
Alaji, let's come back to sa KASA abeda ho a wo mo ayi case no say o ma quit no a discharge no na me kakra meka wo ho ne say asoman no yen kan kure man ho what I say NDC that no be bisa say meka ne ma NDC na omo ejira so amanfo de to abadema NDC amanku
say your campaign manifesto
campaign message ade na carry weight that 24-hour economy and how they know say they are going to fight corruption now him na Ghana for yes say don't mean so to me NDC we to fight corruption but now one thing say enema na MPP amanku ni at that time no for say to me no to me free so say I say Obia ye or I'm making the world now or living in it. Onye na be say oja hokra nene that was how we were hearing break the eight you know.
Yeah, break it.
Okay. And this no was like ye ba ye who say we discuss ye ba ye who say we say ye ba ye who say we discuss we akosha ye ba ye say we it ye ba moto abane mayen ya utie moto abane mayen ya ye be make sure say one after the other will be prosecuting them. You bet sure mo na omo accountable to the government.
Omo di esika man.
E di esika, you bet di esika bi obodi. E di amon. And this one was coming mainly from sometimes you can't say Okuje to Ablakwa, John Dramani Mahama, the president, the then the flag bearer, and then you can't say Yakowi Kradi say Sam George, yeah. Any platform you many be no mu janso kasa asem no. So the idea was say Ghana for nya mujidie say yen to abanoma mo na mo me dey mo metumi meye sa nya ma we nyina ma mo. Mo ba ya. Oh na Ghana no ye ha no ana da bia papa no wo empo ka asem say ye to abanoma ye to abetil say o ka bisa na enye sa kwan a wo ya ma obi no obi so ato abama wo. One thing can destroy the whole thing.
Baby ba ko pe.
Tell no mo ka cha na da kwa kufo ado say ofurata mon humode onyi ma onyi wom no na Ghana for your margin that say acquire family and friends.
Yeah.
And not in as a air coswa, another time. The family in the cousins, they were more than 17 and they were the government.
Almost 78.
Yes.
70.
And they were the government. Nobody complain because one thing is only Ghana for. It is our time now, they're cosono. And then tell them fans for them can or
Orokodo.
It is Ibrahim Mahama or no be Mahama and call for no so. It is all for say the Ibrahim Mahama bay away, no bet me you with me Julia. Over to me Abeka because your time you were quiet. As some Abeka say, Beka just say, Omni Ghana for, and Ghana no bet to me ya or feel safe in tobacco for the cars not nabe. Yet tell Chroma and everybody was quiet. Me Debbie Amika say, me a dear no. I will say, yeah, and yet. What I say, until say, oh, Ghana for your Mujidi na like your to about the amount. Now, but the first point of call, on call for online no mapa, now, omu cases are air pending. Oh, buy you know. One young person obey, and I will satisfy all file that will put me in line. One after the other, that will kill Omina. Yeah, Mammy Joe, if said then you this is all power, and come no man and matchna.
Oh, said the name Cannibal bedding.
Because many will have Kasai, will have say. Omu to me for clear do crime few other mama. It's not the issue was say, Mamma no honor one. NPP for the only thing that they have to do is to just try her in absentia.
But who said not then a big case under or more tenure no na or more put no money American authorities now putting into surveillance and no more yeding. Monitor near Kekahua or Musoveli, my men near Kekanam so. Now the internet then time at the moment I trying absentia, you know. Young to me and fast surveillance, the monitoring and fan for number Ghana. I'm a number
almost all can or church, you say, aha. So they say, yes, so 50 I said, for a process they have to go through.
Yeah.
What I say. But the issue they say, why, Anna, Ghana, where? Time and not won't, and because they be a politicians, no. Omu yusu ya dwene edidi kwa asem omu wi a no maba abe pretend say nothing has happened time na MPP wa ba mu no no mo se ba me your friend say your friend MP or women organizer the chief justice tokodu because ade bi e be ko obi ano na ya ye no unanimous na ade bi e be ko obi ana ye unanimous ade bi e ko obi ana ye unanimous it na people are losing trust in their judiciary alaji enne ne esi enura enne ne and this time omo ba ye ne krofo ma ayi omo free line no so ebesi sabri ene enura na esi ye ofu se Ghana ni benye gidie e wo NDC mu so omo be fight corruption
dabi I just obi o ye NDC for soldier.
What are you talking about? This is our problem. What I say enti wo be here everything no as dey we ba ye who say am first start attack the NDC government.
Yeah.
Niema omaye na ye papa ni na nse say sa niema no enkakakra pepa
96.7
and next year campaign started next year jirem
that we almost say 1.5 year
o say ma me nya cause say boy be friend badam bi na ne no you know say no ye lead or UK it lead o my communication director for the NPP eti me nya ta ma me ma na ta ana me ga say onkro ni de me nya so ma dwe say o mo power because NDC no no power no opposition who ye and obebe power and then say MPP am ekonu ne omo ye no ne ade no when na beto because ade no mo ye ne nema mo kan isi ne ebe ma amafo kra nya ne say da mo kasa ene e ba oba what are you going to do?
I'm so we follow that due process.
So say wo so ba be say na to say it obi wo pepper so beto abama beto because we didn't hear NDC saying those things.
Ebasa na na
NDC did not catch out say odo no omo discard obe kiss so be prosecute omo obe ji omo nyina ono so ba ya eto abama he's also doing a different thing. It MPP no omo so aye wounded lion no omo so person omo ba no they should stop saying those things and ye ba akoba akoda ma omo che wutu be say ye de ye ba say NDC for chair resetting yes ye ba ye ba resetting ni pe wo mu nyina
reset na more example akra nka bi wa
you can imagine
ombe reset
ada Ghana na obi dia o di papa obi dia na
who say boss ye the politics na ma ene ye justice system no wa ho ye say no ye chim say ye fight against corruption e wo man mu be nim say ye justice system ne na say ye ma politics na ba be didi mu ama say ene ma bebre na ye den eya jinsamu enye sa paade a yenhwe ne NDC omugina simpie so kan including Ghana yanka say mampani nka say obi a obeye candidate for jail Nana B but Nana B na gina ho a woyeden only the press conference for the opposition party MPP enti hwe from day one Attorney General eba ye Dr. Kwanadu for case edru babi adekra ma case ni yi ni se almost a play again papa ne so de niema ne beyeden ebeba ne niema ahodo ekeka ho sika ne ekeka ho nyina obeba eno achi yenhwe Owura Collins Dauda issue wi Saglemi housing issues no Dr. Stephen Opuni ye twen case no almost 8 years be ye to me this some few months ayeden class afoni na ade yeden edi free system num including the Bank of Ghana governor onokra na outstanding trial during the previous administration and then yetumi class afoni na amomo yeden omudi omujuma but ade a ya ne se ma me se dinam tamakule da bia me ka se na asam no bo enye yafunyade o eye ni yade obia ni tua obia hu bi kasi ya omujai kasi mani gu ho na kasi ni gu nwura na essay e mansem troni bi koye ho documentary eno national security for che ne bo ne papa
96.7
ye wie ye kasi no ye beja mu wholesale to fobo e de mamanfo so omunye den omunto na omunyusu hwesika yesusu se mami ni deputy be me ade ba kwa me sandwen ho ne se bonti se nka mami no wo hu bonya backen bi efiri soro ho a ye kama mami na baba center stage no enti mami na nya backen bi efiri soro ho enti nka mami ni sasika we nyina mami ne be da prove sasika we di ama no
ho the woman knew would you say nko for the work
seriously
so let me get down and then you baby ado be fa 1 or 2 papa you see you don't rule like that. You don't rule that. We should tell them in the face. Mahama is now becoming something. We should tell them. We should tell them because we say now all expect to say of one match amount to me 20 years. Then what corruption are we fighting? We are not fighting any corruption, Charlie. We are not fighting any corruption. 78 count. 78. But who could not judge for me to your mother?
I stealing, conspiracy to commit crime. And causing financial loss to the state be bring
but you say it always I do about 2-3 crime to me yeah say bia me dey say bro and how dey for clarity ebe mo bia o dey te ne jail term no so okay so 10 years kwa dey ka say on 5 years it condemn 5 years no kwa say be obe file appeal no mo hwe mo no say bia say ni say to don come 5 years then we know say bia scanner don dey say ni say so does it mean say MPP lawyers na be transfer no so nyina no. It was a waste of time.
Omokwa no ne ekeka ho. Ena ade ba akwa.
You can't say no next time they be do one na so omo ya. They shouldn't forget.
Dabi. Na bo nti ne make ne say ade nti na yesan so unim say we nyina no yes nti say eye no crow. Te say ne nkrata ba say maame no sika we nyina fa ne nsase. Sika we nyina ba bedi maame no hodo. Enti o man na ntumi angimu even 1 CD. Yes, yeah, convict a man for mobile minor crown, no, causing financial loss, conspiracy to this, conspiracy to that. Na sika, yesika kwa dia man for botomunina, yen to me kase, okay, sasane tedia, senka ye avoid jail in imponanka, ye jisan your money jeja padini in ate send in there, yoko din and sato butreka, ni feel so, ne castle so, ne bank account so na. Enti nkoma ni nya bibi mfrim oman ni nya bibi kakra mfrim enti sese pa no amanyofo ni pa MPP ba e won oye NDC nso ba enehwe ni NDC ye troka yet wona ye free get through tukuno araba tukuno say mama no say the law is the law. And now you did the same. The law is the law. Nah, a law ye party mana ye susu so mo di bone. Edi eti o man na wo say o man na japadi akwa akodi o mo ho a. Enti say ye wona nka wo bi adwuma na wakofo obi. Say ye co store. Ye supermarket, ye provision. Ena wakwa akofo obi so ntena no. Ena nipa ne say okwa akofa salmon. Okofa monko. Okofa pola. okofa kobi kako edi abana kobi no eni kako no wa onim say ye 10 cedis na kwabrani atena say ye say kobi ni kako polar salmon no ye 50 Ghana cedis na o se da bi ye hwe KASA ye si ye kwa akoto hwe KASA ye koto begu ho DJ woto no na ka na ka nwuram ka na ka nwuram ensem troni kwa ye ho adwuma no so ya sanso ache na bo no enti Ghana pa ne ye busa ne se ye justice system na nkasa ne ye de den kwasen
96.7
FM. Ye justice system ne ye ne den MPP ba won oye na NDC nso ye den ba owon ye oye na ye de sanye ma we nyina edit oman mu se ye de chitro oman ebe de na man na tumi akoso aba ye ho atoye
na asem na ye kan no we are not reading from the fact na bisa so no the fact ne say
and on fan fast number 2 dwa
say me bisa the fact say the law is the law na se masa wonim nyansa the law is the law no na o kan no asem na etia na ye kan we are not saying say obi ekoridi ye kan say judgment and also read the judgment we are not saying say you read the judgment no na you read the no say no mo kan na say bia na ye no mo kan no ye no what we are saying is say dia mo ye niema no the same thing na if another government also 10 year onu so baka cho say the law is the law will you be okay
and then it na
omo kwa lawyer for me no kwa makwa sua law no kwa no free we na wa free we kwa na asem ma ko na so say obi ama interpretation
so obi ama interpretation if na the background no to work the law is the law no what and some lawyers no ka fa
o message out to crampo to me fa ye kan say script ni ade crampo to me share script ni here o first message out to ye o say dey the first message o to say accept me call me and you sit your home and then you send message say the law is the law now you read the judgment na obi suba ne time no so be say the law is the law mo ye di mo tia o I'm saying to me KASA high big FM 96.7 now Natural Ventures as men ka say wo de nura hodo e de aba adwaman so nti bobody na bagibi Proslove capsules e obi a o Johnson tentem anajo untumi enda Johnson how wo Johnson so a na mu achemienu obre ansa na Johnson no so aba wo de no Proslop capsules afi kongo ointment no se skin rashes and afi Hondam take cow na afi ringworm foot odor balls ahodo and afi discharge from the vagina no ni nyina wo se obomode na ma saka natural inventions omunra e fe kongo ointment no ani sokoto bam so betumi enya bi ato but what day na frɛ wo mo 0249017101 so open do to a ukọ drugstores ahodo keto mu a obenye bi enso so ato Esther K Trading Enterprise akofa blue label electric mosquito repellent de aba adwaman so ntimisraw bomodin na pb sanse unsake bia utumi da eda na ho ntontom bia entumi endisturb enu ti Koban Brothers Supermarket ukọ obenye bi ato ofro so o de dodo no abetumi e de abro 0244 749756 and 0533 164966 afi mame fanko Boache Natural Health Center womo bia wo betumi ahwe wani e de am ne Friday omo transia womo eye screening wo maso ho enti no ebre no enya enson ye nti bomodin na ko obepon 5 pm no obepon ko no mo hwe wani no emma so oben ho a obetumi afa ho no akọ no betumi ahwe wani no e de am se dia problem no wani na ye bia na ebon cafe na eba bia na problem no nya abadada omehwe na wo metumi eyi problem no e de free ho e de am nti mesro wo problem e wani ho na ope ba bia obetumi de akọ na wo mahwe amount e Boache Natural Health Center wo mo e wo Takrade Anaji Estate behind Palina Gardens afi techima di asempa omo asante bekwai and across omo La Paz Kumasi omo Swame behind the post office. Our telephone number is 0500990702 tubetumi afra omo na omo so etumi enhwe wa hana metumi enkinkan ema betiefo. All right. Okay, so all right. So why the Court of Appeal acquitted and discharged Sedina Tamaklo? Okay. Alaji so because also was so happy.
Yeah.
The Court of Appeal's decision to overturn the conviction of the former Microfinance and Small Loans Center, that is Maslow, Chief Executive Officer Sedina Christian Tamaklo Atiuno, was based on multiple legal and evidential shortcomings in the prosecution's case, with the court holding that the trial judge improperly shifted the burden of proof onto the accused and relied on evidence that failed to meet the required legal standard. Well, near my friend na no kan kwa asem no. Sa de we na no e kan. Me ni any problem with because how we in normal can.
Na so mote committee.
No, they should say to
issues no more.
Sessions in the baby aka. I'm for him with all the interviews akoso. All right, so sometime to save you can say time. And I make sure say because okay so ba betra ha me name station na obetumi I say dey say obetra ha. I be read all the judgment and I said the reasons why the woman was being acquitted and discharged.
Na nipa kro no tie won to be judgment.
We'll come to that one. Enti what we are describing now no you say. So we tisania one that decide we buy one ma first call say say na ye the asem quarter na aye unanimous yes sir
unanimous FC
one o kai di ba no
enye mampanyini
dabi na national security the video be da bonte no
about kandapa
yeah e no be count sa asem no and mama fo adwene ko so say na nema ne tie because ade bi akọ na unanimously ade bi ko no ma so be any person be 5252 de bia na esa na ekọ na ode caution ne ba ye se ne ekoso no enye na esa ye twato no enye
ebe ha adwene da
so that say enti se wo bro bi na se wo ka se adansia na ho na so mo de che se what the no and the evidence they were even having no credit to me and meaty idea na also mo de ye na and therefore who said the no me no it's not right menya no na ye kan I am saying say wo ye ade saa say ebia me fan say otan ti na wo ye say and me man 10 years then automatically you are saying say then obi aso bo be saa de no wo Ghana ha no enya de obi judge bebe na aba won say radio station and TV station eti so a wo mu ye no one after the other even if you want to use the whole month
to mean can we
to do that thing
say starting with day one almost start say can ho asem ko na judgment no on be start there free
Alaji Bami Koda Bene, the former local government minister, the former Sunyani West Member of Parliament, Yera J. Dakon in the Nkomo all the way inside the Bono region. Honorable, Otemenke Radiasum Jenkan, na Yamo Hamo Aquaban family, big FM so. Na, Meba Japom to say, Busafon now here there.
We are here.
The Radiasi, the Radias Papa said, Nevi so yen said to me account. Now, Yankomo no Yenra. Near beto just a court of appeal acquitted and discharge the former Maslow CEO ye ma miss said na ye tamakura tunu say one court woman dware no ho kra na ye discussion bi kra even with me colleague abako ye to advise honorable eba ne say ya na manfo hope wo mu wo judiciary mu ne ade no. Somebody just called in and was saying, say, the law is the law. Now, no more, no. Now, you cover judgment. Is that how, say, democracy, honorable aircon nana?
Yo, we care a fearful. Now, the American effect. When a nation pardons its criminals faster than it rewards the heroes in the nation, the next generation are taught that corruption is not an offense or is not a crime, but a career. We are making fact working in our home because a never could. Abani Baya, they came purposely on ticket of corruption. Corruption near Woho, any perceived was near Ghana for 96.7. Attorney General, the price major achievement in it. And this is very program of future. One more cases, I will put one. I drew different lengths as it may come in the day. Emma, to be yet in any case, who said, tell you, the reaction was on a prayer for it. You tell me we are for it, the Bank of Ghana. But could you realize for your family? Waiting was fitting in a no vehicle, but only in I this. It is a way, Papa. Mameno, Oninte, wire body. To say, Come here from say a human, if you are a big 100 million, 8 million. Kazana bill that have meant o physical almost 30 years. A day and a tricky a Japan job. Yeah, acquired in Yawama country, even no cry. I don't want some. And a woman didn't have were there no legal representation for it? 80 million American court to assembly that they depend on technical. Well, they are not but technicalities is already here. So I cannot sit there. Yet confident need didn't hear him. No mum, Jan of waiting, whether and is fighting corruption. Yeah, we didn't hear that they didn't know. Because we been eater. Adena, stand of honor. One ma, Nanka, or double ground of Papa, were appeals court. Never get government to buy it. They are prepared because the party was. If you put one on one, get yes, everyone at home, because the pay we are here teaching that we are by moving for more than a year start fires. Now, your children, the party Papa, now we will see millions of dollars. What a channel. Areas that were pushing.
96.7
These are the lessons that we teach the people.
Yeah, na chese obi abambi aba o said there was so treaty issues e ko mremu say ye hwe na pepe ye ntumi ye no ye lusu because ye kai when the MPP were in power now we said that na ye kan unanimous FC ni ade na manfo so mu ni gide o judiciary no mu ni ade because of some people say aban no e won sa won ne cases e koso ni ade. What is different from this one?
Difference the woman is that this borders on corruption or mind seeker. But sir, issue the parliament about say we found the one they found. They court. Now one side we near. How much does it cost? I know the diabetes. But we're not electing that. Maybe the above is here. Oh, you know what we are. You know we are. 1 billion, maybe. Yes, I have two. SMPSO. A blue bra. Who by Atanaba Mukwa. Yebijao. Ujawa now see out. After this is getting the whole nation and grand. Any of the body, when I where I still and Nigeria comes. Nigeria, we are a border of constitutional issues. Now, a couple of that is not going to be enough. You don't consider a constitutional, but this is corruption. And what less economic can say? Oh, Maya, oh, Dimirica. Ekimi parking within us.
96.7
Oberu a group for a young people. Some minor or chair in corruption and your body. No more a career. A career as we said, a you know with it. It will be about with the deputy. Or now, because yet we were living properly. Now, working in a seven, do not give me $90 million. It is a different issue.
Now, the NPP is also demanding a withdrawal of all cases against former appointees. After said the Natamakru acquittal, no, now.
96.7 FM. Why KASA?
But former NPC politicians.
Some of the Homa Clem Dada, no prosecute the Homa Clem Dada. And then before so just to say, no say that here, almost former appointees almost so. Ehun aka dwam a wo modu omu gina emrendemu na omu edu omu so nya omu nyina because ade we honorable odwene ho amedwene ho amentiase o say onipa ba 78 count and utie judgment ne
involve top official ọba yóò training di ọmọ wa ń gbé àti ètò ẹni ètò yaba ẹtwitwere ne mu òjá tó hɔ ta na ɛkɔ appeal court wọn lè kó gyina page wọn àtọ ní yẹn na because ẹ basic person maame no defense bẹ́ẹ̀ na ẹ appeal court ẹ court ẹ yẹ pr kọ yẹ ẹ bí ẹ bí ẹ bí because ọ̀pá we know the outcome place of the president no
Big 96.7 FM.
àpọ̀dínní pọ̀pọ̀ presentation ní ìdáàbò ẹ̀ẹ́dìrín ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀tì. Ẹ̀rọ ní tó ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ àbáyé náà find the eighteen home tó ọ̀rẹ́ di government communication director no. Kwaki Kwaki Ofosu.
Yeah, Ofosu Kwaki.
Wọ́n ti gàtọ̀ sílẹ̀ wọ́n ti judgment find the na wọ́n náà kásá.
Honorable, yɛmfiri saa nsɛm no yɛnkɔ ɛyɛ constitutional review committee wɔn report a wɔn de aba especially their recommendations no. Now they are saying sɛ presidential term no which na yɛn nyinaa say 4-year term no sɛ wɔn de kɔ 5 years government say wɔagye atom afei 276 members of parliament no wɔn kura de wɔn propose 300 wɔn percent kan kodu because some person wɔn san kyekyɛ some of the constituency munum biom ne adeɛ afei so elected mmdcs no so adeɛ a wɔn agye atom aban bi a bɛbɛ bi ano so ministers any deputies a bɛyi wɔn nyinaa no should be 60 ɛne regional ministers no ne adeɛ nyinaa ɛka ho afei chief justice ne tenure no should be 10 years ɛno so aban agye atom now cap of 15 supreme court justice no say wɔn so wɔn dodoɔ no wɔn so accepted wɔn agye atom afei mmdc deɛ no sɛ dam de kankan yɛ no ɛna mps a na nke ni sɛ wɔn tumi ɛsan so ɛgye ministry appointment no ɛno the government ne so wɔn nye ntom number of ministers cap to 3 cabinet ministers no so eno so magye ato mo propose 60 ministers na mkan no ene yes citizenship eno so sisi awo UK Canada no ne ade na obeso member of parliament with any position eno so omagye de atom ne those kind de nyina bajo eto say
well one hour before you know what yes to but what about na the because over the chapter 8 the chapter 8 present that 8 innocence ni nyina ye na entry is abana je omo parliament
96.7 FM by KASA
it is a potential president where they call the parliament a call na speaker enya na ware the council of six na ko council 30 days, 2 days. That's why I'm moving like the past. I'm moving over the past. After exactly 6 months. Now, after gazetting for election. Now, election organizing the friend of the country. You know, you have to talk. Now, I'm rather nipa dodo a yɛkɔsi ɛgutana sɛ wɔn yɛ ɛsɛ wɔabi 40%. Now the paradox I say it moves 35%. Sorry, it moves a process. It is a Omunya Azana Tina Pass. What you call second reading and third row passing. It's a now. Ghana for that. For me, 5 years. What the mom we can think of here. 8 years. 5 years and some who start to be poor. Job will not be possible. The way of now so
Big 96.7 FM.
It is from wake up for against 5 years. Never be that we should be here.
Na
1 year Azana. Oh, but you know, I could not get that big. Now, but you know what programs is movement to first get out. One in me, and you know what police is about. Argentina, here, that's better than the amount. I know they have been excuse.
Big FM.
5 years in your father NDC, I have you see NDC. NDC are the NDC attack. Now, you need MP. You need MP. You were MP you NDC. That is every NDC. Number one, it is administration that after this point, no one do it. Now, about the value a gun that we get. Yes, I believe it was. But yeah, I'm Obi about the
96.7 FM.
He did it 24 hours. He is there. One bit must be. Anything of the that do you want to tell who your president? After 1 year.
Honorable, but your own position who ye mayena emso ohama no twetwesi pa.
Okay.
Wahama no twetwesi nti ka ogina ye mayen a. Because ahama no twetwesi pa.
Anything about because a woman, a 5 minutes. No, that's not good.
Oh, and yeah, ni komo ya to aso.
Big 96.7 FM. KASA.
I said gun. Yes. Fine, another edit one. Dipano. She say all yes. And she said to yeah, review. And yeah, then but I are and she said, we are making Aqua Hospital. Now, Mania, it is doctor and a war every day. And I'm a question saying, Eji obu o heavy insurance. And I say, and then the October that time, a woman that ambulance to die. Or here, no. Obu o pension. Pension. At the set. Obu o
96.7 FM.
education. Education. Now, why you the attack when I was and you know, said, I don't think that we are I can't wait to wait time. Who is he dying? Because one day because of people proper. I say we die proper. Where people might produce die education. I mean if I know that is how I
96.7 FM.
I think 5 years ago, it's too complicated. It's now we need much. She's an inti, yeah, it's fun. And about appointment of for politics. There's a history. Media Eddie Banta. Because clearly, first of all, now, the executive, now we hear that the executive, yeah, the legislature, as you are married, executive will talk here, that's what part. The idea is a win. But if I want to be Parliament is supposed to oversee what the executive is. The executive will get the Parliament, put our rules as in the now our Parliament. For example, when we look at the Parliament, now we're saying a mix think education, then is to now my colleague education or compromise and a second more and more important
Honorable, where the Kabet says, some now can know ya dear, your person KT, but networking is not helping us. In Tika, young on Monday, Naka will have that lengthy chat with you. That for to me, I'm a tear for Tinakan. Was Hamanum dim wine cry.
Okay,
all right. All right, but you may hear that say. Enti alaji said and they say Monday na to me edina ko sheda ya na ya to me ene na di nkomo. So like we're saying no no so kano. It is not about say now alaji wo de ti ha mami read the day. I think say for doubt until the mami can dey. Mami can dey. O say okay, so when you read, I say, I say, who follow? I say, in a detailed 94 pages unanimous judgment delivered on Thursday, 30th of July, 2026. The three-member panel of Justice, Emmanuel Ankama, Justice Emmanuel Senyo, Amedahe, and Justice Samuel Obeng Diewu, held that the prosecution failed to establish the offenses beyond reasonable doubt, and that several of the convictions could not be sustained in law. The other one also, the appellate court consequently set aside the convictions and the 10-year prison sentence imposed by the High Court and acquitted and discharged Tamaklo on all charges. One of the first issues considered by the court was the Attorney General preliminary objection that Tamaklo, having absconded during her trial, could not invoke the Court of Appeal jurisdiction. Now, the court rejected that argument, holding that there is nothing in the 1992 Constitution preventing a person convicted in absentia from appealing. It found out that Tamaklo had filed her appeal in accordance with the Court of Appeal rules and was therefore entitled to be heard. Now, the judge further criticized the trial court for departing from the constitutional principle that every accused person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. According to the judgment, the High Court repeatedly required Tamaklo to explain or disapprove or disprove allegations before the prosecution had established a prima facie case. In relation to the allegation theft or the alleged theft of the 500 million Ghana cedi linked to Obatampa, the one that Nanabi was talking about, the Court of Appeal found that the prosecution failed to prove the authenticity of a key acknowledgement letter relied upon as evidence. The court held that once Tamaklo denied authoring the document, it became the prosecution's responsibility to establish that the signature was genuine. Instead, the trial judge improperly expected the accused to prove that the signature was not hers, contrary to the evidence act and the constitutional protection against self-incrimination. So the other one will say it's Charlie.
Adosun say ni na ye ai Tamaklo yi, especially say I sign the channel the baba ye problem. Say prosecution no antumi amfane any means amfane enkyere say ananya omanya evidence bi amfan back say said nam Tamaklo yi ensama ye kan yina ono ni sign the channel na ye den e wo so nti beso hu say na ai enana papa kan say High Court bet me the court bet me the ruling about the technicalities na and yema bebre na na yeden. Oh yeah, esi wom.
Everybody say na okay fine. Na evidence be ni ho and na na omo hwe gina so no omo anya to tender in those exhibit na wanya sa de ni na okay. So at the end of the day no say or they say the law
is the law is the law.
All right. Alaji put them am try my ombra.
Oh, ma. Auntie Abo with the fetcham eye. Shep me bad this time. Me pacho and the boss be naba and tonton. Me dem tonton.
Mr. One home bano.
You never
papa.
Mosquito
so.
Me that's the
secrets.
Blue label. Entuntum soja. Entuntum usro. Enkuntuntum papa.
Freya Humanso 0244 749 756 0533 164 966.
Blue label plug it. Now better hati.
Eyi na bohu ban free enkwala hohoro wonsa wa abra wa biesu no wasan so akata so hwenti agedwedin nkrato ya tum.
Fabia, na what you say, and who did you know?
Mom, Patron, start to pass not that the buyer no. Semi dish chimney, and no men no shame, and no mebos of no me.
Wait, your excuse. Abo fratie, was sorry, no pa. And was what you true was saying. And son, where did you? Na ono so ede na ye ne sere. What you say?
Yes, ma'am. Medical Kids toothpaste na odeba enran. Ene twitwi misi.
Why are there? Kel Kids toothpaste there. Ye ma mo frate sem wa mo di mfie mienu, opim mfie nsia.
Na ye me tete say strawberry. Na me be say me dimpo.
Debbie, ye ni toothpaste. Enye tofe why? Yes, say ye di Kel Kids toothpaste. Be ma mo fra we di mfie mienu, opim mfie nsia de twitwi wo mo se. Every say, eboa ese a emu abotokro. Ana ahye epamum wawa ehase ne mana hoden mapa me bomodin se me de Kel Kids toothpaste be ma me metwitri wo mo se abribia Kel Kids toothpaste e ma mo frasi twitri ye ni jese
Kel happy smile FDA aje ejodin krato ya to
people still don't wonder.
Hey, mami wo hin frɛ no mami meeting ni time aso wo ye den wo kitchen ho.
Odo ye wunya botra mami. Say dear John K services adarumenti kitchen ha ye nika. Na enye kitchen kwa o. Offices so ye nika ye. John K services wonyama bi to say air condition, television sets, fridge, microwave and a microwave oven, kettle, blender, washing machine, gas cookers, cylinders.
Odo ye wu aye no kro. Sanwo mu ye obobodin. Ubenye ebia original spare parts. I will John K services. John K services in your man. I am quality. Na the was so full. I can je cook gas. And the normal wo hina. Yipi ajiatu. And the stamp to say waiting. Ama a money member. I want to credit in the Western region. Obia to the normal John K services no. Abusia. Ube John K services. I want to credit. Ya ne Senate office no. And the bon sheni mu ya ben Central Police Station. For John K services. I was 0244 518 159.
And you're not John K services ana. Power your home, power your life.
John K services.
Still, we serve you better.
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa? Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa? Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
Why Kasa?
All right, ebusa kwaje nkrato ya seba ona pepepe ne aso dwumadie no na afi no na kase na tumi aba wakwa amenyi wadwe nche kakra e won nsem a yedi ho nkomo eno ama me former CEO Edma Classroom me said in that time acquitted and discharged. All right, so my main code Hamano Sona Fe Minju Adventure 0241991216 0508999900 every in home in Joba. Now I in term now will be sure to be able. All right, hello, good evening. Hello.
Big FM. Why Kasa?
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What am I saying?
Namely.
Never join me to my brain.
Oh my. One pen of my tiny day. Your mammy, nice to me a wabi. It can't call our not a soft for lawyer. No lawyers what one would ya seminal. No, oh no, only hope. Oh, I quit him. Say you could election the man care. Or for later. And come baby, I want and can you see a good in a Tanua home? And some blano on Tadam, though then you can not banana for lawyer, no, you know. Oh, and see, oh, yeah, 10 years away, then will be. And I miss a bit today. 8 years to know. The Mr. German, I don't want to know case to now, no good quarter. 8 years to know. No, no, for the name. Wouldn't have been away of us coming home. 8 years. When you went that some new and this Abanabado. That means when you are some with your love.
All right, but I say hello.
Hello. Evening.
Evening, one of them.
Yes, you.
Mammy,
just. That's a good idea. Come on, what amount is the money, the 90 million benefits. What was the same one? And the man said there was only 10 years. You were down or not. You didn't know our attendance. You had the officer with the car amount. I don't know what the 10 million was, 20 million. You send it by 170. If you need to want to tell me back, what do you have to what more to know?
Let us say hello.
Hello, my Pachapon.
You are doing one of the shade.
I said, we are person who feel as a you.
I'm with you.
And let me show up, the Casa. You are about waiting her. The Ghana is going to do cry. Yamio can say about Pija Wababu. A couple of say, I didn't see an occupied time for the party to not change in the manner.
Why, Mamma? Mamma too, bro. Mamma no, I'm jelly no, because I'm trying in absentia. When Zebia Mefa say, "What's a maba?" But seven ni ha. Eti ombe to me di wasem no abra wo ni ha. So I say enti no buy your file appeal no. Enti appeal no wako ya what to me. I say o mo wo claim.
What about I woman pen say. O ko so man so bi di boni a no asa da ka say be ya ko samoya no mo
no. Obi say the law is the law no.
And ya dey kill the country. If your man who say we are man water. But I'm not really good on my catcher, and then I with this guy, you know, my catcher, so I'm going to the chin, and I'm my now. But this is bad, after saying I'm going to mean to look at you, on my father, who knew you are. And if you remember, I said, if I'm a bit, then they're going to be dead. Who will you show up in the morning? In fact, my life is a little bit of my money. So now to look at me from that. You need to be able to say to Mama by.
All right, but I say hello. Hello.
You be the nutrition you can have. You know what I say? You are barely side of people.
Hello.
Oh my.
Tell about you.
Ma, mentia was yay. For me, I'm happy. Ndia chama bona chama halna molo ndia mawie o man oh enzema mo kana ho eye no kro na o man da ben na sutwa esanse me eye mtese wo se kan ni twa ha esanse sa MPP etwa to wo na me ya bentu se enye me de se beba ne sa nanso o man so be kaya yeti ha sika ye de mati da pato ngongo ti odo ne ono ti sika nkoku ne pase ne me bi kura ko fa bia o chi dutum eduro ye de no ko yi na na do ye dia rufi so anya veli ye ya ye nya na MPP fo na on be ka se usika yira o ke bia se usika yira sika da pa ba be usika so na se ye ene se o mo ti fa na kwan so a nke e meduru se because at that time what the MPP need to have water near Yabobu. I'm a can't have a can't tell me how I can see Adia, woman, answer you. And it is man Abba because all of them are buying Abba. It is the mother year woman to be heavy. But it was out that the banner should be because MPP for us, someone can say, yeah, bar. Says the woman was almost by the Omijan and I don't know.
But I say, hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Abi.
Mira, what for me?
You what do my own answer?
No, oh, yeah, Mira. Mira, the one so what I mean, trouble. Mira, when you come back, someone come and tell me, yam. Woman in your book, what's it? But sure, we press a babao. Oh, some can't send me say 204. Now, my papa catch him as a busy on corruption, swat, waba. And then I'm to my both NDC and PP. Because only the same, Udimidioka, no crown so. What was I saying this if we defend it? Mammy, you want to be America so about young children for them 10 years. And no put true tea postle me party about the matter. And I know what this is some way my Canada. I can show you that. And now we put two other also what's up. You're manipulated so someone no, you're funny. Make kind. My boy, my from a bomb, Mira, Kawakuma to na mwa defend no. Sana mi reckon for that also say oyare. Nyame ya do mo so na party ba power. Obetutuma kasa wate apo. Obemmo bia nkasa. Woni nyame ni adwuma.
Better say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes sir.
Good evening, man.
Good evening. One of them say.
Big game okay say.
Yo, man.
I don't say because the law is a law. No fool. Oh yo. Check in there. Check in now I want to kiss yes no. Then that's it. The truth and the time. And then so can take away in Chicago. Talk cost. Okay, 10 days. I said what but you could than end there. Oh, being like you want the extra knowledge. Oh yo. But listen, what's in your cup? Also, the man wanted to see by it. Good evening, Amanda.
Let us say hello. But what am I say? Hey, but you do radio, no, Mr. Wa.
But yeah.
Do no, but what am I say?
But get fresh in all the Casano.
Okay, free.
Oh, my Casa, 10 pro.
Never trouble me to okay fresh.
Oh man, Moesino. Oh yeah, baby, a binum, you may be a creative. On an awama, the name is a me now, Waba. Uncle will be a wabo or mine, make out them. Now, Waba. We tell you that what say, Wapa P, ma, we jano. Oh, yeah, Titi. Only tea, Ghana, Scano, and you don't hear from or cheddar. And I am benefit for. Now, Obi or Owen is gathered that way began a sick day. Nessa, I'm not so luma. Oh, I'm very sad. More outing a day. Mama, one friend, I'm more crying to so. No one friend, get wound to me. Get wound to me so where Jan qua. I can't this be a better demonstration. You get one. Only take a crap working in me.
Let us say hello.
Hello, my name is the boss player.
Yes, sir.
Honorable Commodore,
Mami Honorable.
I'm a Minchi and a Minchi, I like you as that. Chamambolina and a molo, take in a meet and with you. Memphis against National Good. I'm going to be there so. Setting up needing, oh yeah, Gallam say another corruption. No, which means so your corruption or Gallam say. Because Mentata, the Yamayaka boom. Corruption on you Gallam say issue all time there. I'm going to check him.
What's that there?
Let's say, want to minute in corruption, another Galamsey issues are.
And then the Galamsey issues.
And so I say, want to minute this in Kenya, come a minute you. My minute in the here and there, too. No, here and there.
Mammy Joe. Whether a corruption, Galamsey issues, whatever the issue, they say, ya more be jail sentences. Or kwa dem. Okay? It is obi afel says and nipa ba. So, they said obi ka say the law is the law, no. The law is the law. But so obi nipa ba na ye de ne kotum ne ono so fo say ne tumi aba no so yi onipa na ode na kotum no ayi na. E na mi say Commodore, it say tie. Should the case MPP ba, over such amount to ba dem.
Oh, and the be onyim there.
So sana akoye.
Only fair is that they can plan Molitan Pacade on the 7th of 2 Nabana in Binana Win. Well, no way to kill winner.
About me.
Oh, yeah, them all because the law is alone. I am black, no calling 9 and blano. What's that no reading 10, most of quarter? Near TB and send you to Yakawas and Medasa.
That's what I say. Last caller. Hello. Got a mama too.
Can I make a child in your pampo? Oh, man, I wouldn't be. Wouldn't you have to compare we are and you? The wood to me at the question of Patrick. Oh, the morning, I did move so I but my mia. That's what is that? Oh, the devil job. I was I know a summer. Or can I know a summer? What here?
So she was tried in absentia.
Yes, but I borrow a position. I find yes, but never took the boss at your gather. I'm not forced. I don't encourage you to what them after or because of the point. And yet, I don't get but the family and Juma. why judges in the proof that is some one way your pet. That's a gun I have to about 2020. You couldn't pay what the one you can watch them. But when you ask them compare because I'm rather where my middle. Oh, yeah, that's the Ghana. I will go back to Africa. I mean, I'm to a display. Amana, yeah, the work of course, my Yabanti. No, because that my Yabanti. Oh, yeah, I know what you are. No, many part of my I'm a clever by dreaming, right? And I'm a now with Jeremia, and your mother would be Jeremy. Tell me about your mother, and I would say, well, Ufraga, your fat, my, right, I know better than what you are. Because of almost of every I should do that platform. Now, I will be sleeping over this. Scarlet of our mobile. I don't want to start about the other system. Oh, my, I'm out of the super. What is that? And you might find no the to start my Ghana, my country, my baby. But this kind of one, you can over what is that? Oh, sit out to my foot. Because Robert Bam, your matter. And your man, every before my humanity car. That is in your humanity car. That's the problem.
But that's it. All right, Miss Sorry, but if I'm quite a Vema Plus, now quite Prostavite capsules, health drive capsules, your little capsules, and a feed dinat, you know, a Rahodwa, Obe to me amounts, a kebi, a war, a stores, a hodwa, Wamo, a tonton, a year in Rahodo, or no, would do any chim on ma, Obe to me, and drawing in I be, to me at all. And so ewo o masweye na open do do to our friend doctor ewo 0502104343 say we be ajonso na emuche mienu ojonso ntentem kakra bia no asoro no especially anajo a wo kodama plus omundo na fe ye na de sorry so Prince Emmanuel Sanitarium Clinic a womo so ewo apremodo zen feeling na say we are careful eno ntina ewo say abrenya utumiko na okosra Prince Emmanuel Sanitarium Clinic no mutumi de ahwe papa de mawo bomodin na from ewo 0209942066 02099420 ma me fa nchia kase nkoma Haruna Moro na wono the incoming regional organizer of the NDC and afi zongo kokoso nkoma Ibrahim awo black marketer wono so enama wo na pro ewo takrade na wahweso metumi aye na omato aba emana ye hwe nim se ebi adwada ye ne ma me abrankwala betumi hwehwe enkomo ewo afidie